The field is set for the Melbourne Cup. The nation stops at the 3200. They're away. Terrific roar. Tullamore missed it ever so slightly. Drunken Sailors going back. Lucas Cranich also that mould. Sapta Party's been snagged to the rear, and Glass Harmonium's missed the start. Instead of charging forward, he's been speared for an inside run down near the middle. They head toward the course proper. Ilo shares the front with the Verminator. Niwot has gone forward, and at first sight is 4 deep as they head to the course proper. Then Managar, who's out wide. Poking through the middle is Jukebox Jury and Precedence. Just behind the pace then is Lost in the Moment for the Godolphins. He's racing with the stablemate Judith, and they are tightly packed down past the clock tower. Then Moyen Corniche. On their backs was Drunken Sailor. Shamrock is caught deep from Lucas Cranich Tullamore. Further back is Hawk Island down past the post. Dunedin's in the second half of the field. Further back and racing wide is Fox Hunt. Then came Red Cardo, and there was a little bit of trouble. He got caught in the backwash. Americane's only got 4 behind him. Unusual Suspect, Sapta Party. Then came Glass Harmoniums, who's at the wrong end of the field from the plans, and Older Than Time is last. They've left the straight, they put the grandstands behind them, and Ilo runs them along in front. He's out by 3 lengths on Managar. At first sight takes a nice run 2 lengths away in third, but the pace is keen. Then came Niwot. Right there with him, the outsiders, Jukebox Jury, so they resisted the urge to go forward. They've taken the sit in fifth. Precedence has been set alight past the 1700. 2 lengths Moyen Corniche. Then came the Verminator. The rails then is Drunken Sailor with Lost in the Moment. Loden has posted 3 deep. Tullamore the outside. Lucas Cranich settled nicely in the middle. Just behind those is Dunedin. Then came the rail Hawk Island. Posted deep is Shamrock. The same could be said for Red Cardo. Out deep is Fox Hunt. Sapta Party. Americane still with just a few behind him. Their Unusual Suspect, Glass Harmonium and Older Than Time. They reach the top of Flemington, and Elo runs them along past the 1200. 3 lengths to stablemate Precedence. 3 lengths to Managar. Then Jukebox Jury, the inside at first sight. 1.5 lengths then came Moyen Corniche. The outside of him is Niwot, who's in a beautiful position, poised to pounce. Moden, then came the inside Drunken Sailor. The middle of those is the Verminator. On their backs, Lucas Cranich starting to come into it. Then Lost in the Moment, Tullamore, Shamrocker. Dunedin is also poised, coming to the turning circle. Americane's a long way back with Red Cardo, Glass Harmonium, Hawk Island. Further back then was Unusual Suspect, who'll have to come from nearly last. On the corner, Elo's going to turn in front. Precedence goes up to share that mark. At first sight, looking for a run between them. Drunken Sailors come dashing through. Then came Lost in the Moment. Managar is stretching out down the middle, and Lucas Cranich's about to go. Dunedin on his back with Red Cardo. They get to the leaders. Managar hit the front at the clock tower. Lucas Cranich, Red Cardo, Americane and Dunedin. Dunedin's poking through the middle. Dunedin grabbed Red Cardo. Dunedin stuck his neck out. Red Cardo lunges. Oh, nearly a dead heat. Red Cardo and Dunedin split the line together. Lucas Cranich and Americane were barely a length away from Managar. Then came Niwot. Right on their heels was Fox Hunt. Then Tullamore was next over the line from Lost in the Moment. We've just seen a replay, and it's just about a dead heat. Unusual Suspect once then came Precedence. Further back at first sight, who punctured, and toward the rear was Tullamore and Fox Hunt. This is as tight as you can get. Dunedin and Red Cardo, and it's going to take a little while to split them. Dunedin dashed through to grab Red Cardo, and there was never a margin between them in the last 100. It's a European Cup, ours was long promised. Is it French or is it English? Head and head, stride for stride. It's impossible to say. It could be a dead heat. The Melbourne Cup might be a dead heat. Red Cardo and Dunedin. Americane and Lucas Cranich. Michael Rod must have thought he was home on Red Cardo. Christophe Lemeur looking to share the prize. What sort of moment would this be if it's a dead heat? It's hard not to hope that it's not. Dunedin, red cardo. Lucas Cranach looks on the inside like he might hold third. The photo lingers. Never a dead heat before. Viewed and Bauer went as close as you can get. Zaima and Light Fingers comes to mind. This is closer than the lots. I think this is going to be a dead heat. Red Cardo and Dunedin. The 2011 Melbourne Cup will be remembered for the pause that lasted longer than the race. Christophe Lemaire turns his mount back toward the mounting yard, and this uncertainty over 100,000 people lingers. There's nothing in sport to match this. You've seen the race, you don't know the results. They'll be all the way back before they can find a sliver of daylight. There is an image up which would suggest that it's going to be Dunedin, number 3, in the tightest finish ever in a Melbourne Cup. And how Red Cardo has not dead heated will be a matter of trivia and magnifying glasses. Dunedin, the French have done it 2 years running. And Christophe Lemaire, in his first ride at Flemington, he is victorious in the Melbourne Cup. He pumps his fist, he's all the way back in front of the grandstand. And Michael Desangles, who has followed his master Alain Desroyer-Dupree to Australia, and he has repeated the dose. The Geelong Cup again provides the Melbourne Cup winner. It's Dunedin, 3 and 12.